Alright everybody, welcome back to another turn of Operation Maroon. This will be turn 17, I believe, for the Italians. Yep, that's July of 1944. I believe we have no housekeeping to address. Haven't yet watched Silk's latest British Commonwealth video, but everything looks in order, so let's just keep going. We will start, as always, with the tech roll. We'll be rolling for improved construction once more, rolling at a hit of 7 or higher. The result is a 3, that is a miss. Looks like Italy will have a 2-tech game. Oh well, that's pretty decent. For the purchases, we'll be declaring 5 militia total, and then 1 infantry and 1 airborne for a total of 16 IPP, clearing the bank. On to the combat moves. We really only have a few to declare. Yeah, we're going to be starting from Belgian Congo. The motor infantry is attacking Tanganyika. The infantry is attacking Rhodesia. They'll be joined by all of the aircraft from Eritrea. 1 tactical bomber and 1 fighter are going into Tanganyika, and 2 fighters are going into Rhodesia. And that should be the only attacks I'm declaring. Everything else is non-combat movement. Alright, so let's go ahead and start rolling them. We have no first strikes. Start with the Battle of Tanganyika. We'll have 1 fighter at red. I'm sure there's some die laying around. There's some. Let's use these. Okay, yeah. So we'll use red for the tactical bomber, blue for the fighter, teal for the motor infantry. And I'll recolor this to gray. For the British Commonwealth infantry. Alright, let's roll for round 1. That's a hit. That's a miss. That's a miss, but we got no hits in defense. I don't think I know which of these he'd rather have die, but I'm going to kill the Anzac one first. And then moving on to round 2. Got the win. So Tanganyika is captured. Both infantry are killed. Miss on the defending infantry, but a hit with both aircraft. Okay. On to the next battle. We'll have 2 fighters. The red will be militia, and the gray will be the infantry. No river penalties. Okay, yeah. Round 1. I'll have to roll that die too. That's a hit for a fighter, hit for another fighter, and a hit on the defending militia. So all of the ground units die. Fantastic. I was hoping to do those attacks to kill the infantry anyway. I'm pretty content with that outcome. Okay, at the end of the combat phase, the aircraft are going to be all landing. Thought this out, but I was kind of not expecting to kill all of the infantry. I don't know if there's a real difference between Belgian Congo and Cameroon for me right now. I'm going to land them all in Cameroon, I guess. Yeah, okay. Where the 15th air marker is. Okay, yeah. Whatever, good enough. Alright, with that we should be able to move straight into the non-combat movements. We have a few. The 109th Army from Eritrea is retreating into French Somaliland. That's 4 infantry, 2 mountain infantry, and an elite airborne. And a heavy air transport from Eritrea is flying 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from Eritrea to northern Italy. And there is no more fighters in Lower Egypt to prevent that. Okay. I might want to shuffle some units around in Italy too, but I think we'll just move one infantry down into Rome from northern Italy. Call it done there. With that, we'll place one more non-combat movement. The 108th from Cyrenaica is going to be marching into western Egypt. So those 2 infantry are going to be joining the 108th. Okay. Now we can collect our income, place our buys. Our income is going to be a base of 12. We do not have any bonus income this turn, so 12 is where it's at. Okay, placing our buys, we'll be placing one militia each in Cameroon and in Belgian Congo. The rest will be going in Italy. The airborne and the infantry, of course, are going in northern Italy. What we're gonna do... Alright, we're gonna build one militia in Lazio. That infantry that walked into Rome is gonna rail to Lazio instead. And then we'll put one militia each in Rome and northern Italy. I don't really like how well that's defended, but oh well. And with that, we'll say everything is in order to be passed off to the next KMT and USA turn. So best of luck on your next rolls.